Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be explaining to you what I got up to for 3 days in Malawi, the sights, the experiences, the cultural moments, how much some things cost, some history on Lake Malawi, also general history about the country and how things work. And I'm also going to be explaining or showing you why they call it the warm heart of Africa. I hope you enjoy it, and I guess let's roll. Malawi is well known for its smiling, friendly people, amongst other things. There is Lake Malawi that offers sustenance to its people and a beautiful canvas for leisure and tourism. There's delicious food that rivals some of the best in the world, cultural practices that have been preserved for centuries, and very unique ways to see and get around this vibrant country. Good morning. It is 5 a.m. Gotten up like super early so we can head out to Lake Malawi and see the fishermen bring in their catch of the morning, catch of the day, something like that. Yeah. So we've woken up super early so we can be there when they come in, hopefully get some cool footage of that and, get some drone shots as well of Lake Malawi. And yeah, as I mentioned before, it's a 2.5-hour drive from Lilongwe to the fishing village that's located in Salima. Before we get to the village, let me give you some context on Lake Malawi. Lake Malawi is the 9th largest lake in the world. It is a freshwater lake and forms most of the eastern border between Malawi and Mozambique. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and incredibly special because of the great variety of fish found in its crystal clear waters. It is estimated that there are at least 1,000 species of fish, and a large portion of them are only found in Lake Malawi and nowhere else on the planet, giving life to rural fishing villages along its shores. We arrived at the fishing village and the chief talked us through how they bring the fish in the morning. So the fishing net goes into the lake and stretches out to around 200 meters. The net then gets pulled in at 4 points on the lakeside and takes them around 3 hours to bring the nets all the way in. Once the net is in, the fish are then distributed in 2 phases. First, amongst the villagers and fishermen, then the second to be sold at markets or on the streets. "20 kilometers away from the village is the resort that also draws economic benefit from the lake, but in a completely different way to that of the villagers. They cater to leisure and tourism and are currently developing a hotel with lake view rooms as well as various beach sports and activities for tourists to enjoy." Day 2, not so bright and early, but for today I want to do a Drew Bensky kind of challenge, when he's like, what can you get for $10 in whatever place? So I'm gonna go get money and then see what I can get for, haven't really decided how much for, but yeah, gonna do that challenge. So I'm probably gonna go on the tuktuks and probably try and get some lunch because I really wanted to shoot the tuktuks, and lunch would be cool because I really like shooting like food content, like making it look cinematic. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. So tuktuks and lunch for day 2 in Lilongwe. Driving through most African capital cities comes with the challenge of navigating congested traffic, and Lilongwe is no exception. So we just arrived at the market, we found the tuk-tuk, we're going to negotiate with him and we're going to go for a ride. The tuktuk is a great way to help you weave through the traffic a little easier and see the city at a much lower cost. Motorized tuk-tuks originated from the design of rickshaws, which were prevalent on the streets of Bangkok during World War II, where a small engine was fitted inside a traditional rickshaw and the tuk-tuk was born. The motorized vehicles earned the nickname we use due to the sound they made while in movement. These multi-person bikes are tourism's next big thing, being especially advantageous to large cities as a quick and comfy way to explore. There are full-day city tours on offer any long way for 15,000 kwacha. We managed to negotiate a ride for 2,000 kwacha and headed to lunch. So we arrived at our lunch spot and got a taste of Malawi's favorite snack, chiwaya chicken. Okay, enjoy. Malawi's favorite snack can be found in convenient locations during the day near office blocks, schools, and bus stops. A chiwaya is a portable makeshift stove consisting of a flat metal sheet sunken in the middle with a compartment underneath for placing charcoal. You get greasy, soft chips boiled in cooking oil in a piece of chicken and coleslaw in a plastic bag. So it cost us 300 kwacha for chips, 300 kwacha for a piece of chicken, bringing the lunch total to 600 kwacha. So in total for the day we spent 2,000 kwacha for the tuk-tuk and 600 kwacha for lunch. So at the beginning of the day I had exchanged 50 rand, which came to about 2,600 kwacha. So it wasn't really quite enough to do a lot, but it's a real testament to how affordable Malawi can be for tourists. Day 3. So the plan is to go and negotiate with the spirit dancers to let us record them. So at this point we're not 100% certain that we're going to get them, but that is the plan for today. My final day in Malawi, and the part I'd been most looking forward to. We headed to a village called Kameta, which is quite close to the airport, for a special performance. We met with the head chief of the cluster of about 17 villages to organize the performance for us and negotiate a price. They usually perform on specific days, which we had missed, so we had to make a special request for the show, which usually costs around 175,000 kwacha. It is said the Nyau lead secluded lives and no one really knows who they are. Their group embodies the cosmology and religion of the Chewa, a Bantu people of Central and Southern Africa. The Nyau perform the famous Gule Wamkulu dance at the end of events, initiating young men into adulthood. Dancing the Gule Wamkulu has certain rules. The dancers, initiated Nyau men, wear masks and costumes made of banana leaves. The attire is meant to represent all aspects of humanity, but at the same time hide the dancer's identity. Once we had come to an agreement, they began to warm up the drums. The drums are made from animal skin, so need to be warmed up to achieve the right acoustics. All this happens while the dancers channel the spirits from either the river or the graveyard for the show. Once the drums are warmed up, the show begins, with songs performed by a group of women and other men from the village as we wait for the dancers to appear. Each kind of mask has a set of rules, a drum beat, a rhythm, and a kind of performance associated with it. Every aspect of a mask's shape, coloring, and material has a metaphorical, religious meaning. During the dance, the Nyau are understood to be possessed by the spirits of the mask, both animal spirits called Nyama and the spirits of the dead or their ancestors called Mizimu, and must not be referred to as men. Nyau dances themselves involve intricate footwork and flinging dust in the air, and the dancers respond to specific drum beats or songs depending on their mask type and character. So most people who have visited Malawi before have largely kept these secrets to themselves, and it's kind of appealing knowing that you'll keep all these highlights to yourself whenever you go and visit Malawi, because it's so little known or not as well known as other places. And even though I was only in Lilongwe, which is obviously a really small part of Malawi, I still experienced so much, and I know there's so much more in the country that you can do. One of the highlights that I didn't mention in the video was that Malawi tea leaves are used in most of the world's really famous tea brands. So there's a region in Malawi where you can go and taste the tea and taste the different teas. So if you're really into tea, then Malawi could actually be a place for you as well. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you can get notified when I post future videos. Also leave a comment below if there's something I left out, or if there's any additional information you'd like to add. I'm also here to learn. And I will be trying to make more types of videos like this. That was the plan for last year, but the pandemic hit and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would really appreciate the support, and I will see you in the next video.